Hi guys, welcome back to London. Today I'm going to make a British breakfast classic, the bacon sandwich. Let me just turn the heat on a pan here while I explain what I'll be doing. So, classic bacon sandwich. I'm going to show you how you can make the very best bacon sandwich for yourselves at home. Now, today's Sunday, so obviously yesterday was Saturday, which is the best day of the week to visit the renowned specialty food market, Borough Market here in London. Yesterday I got all the ingredients to make a full English breakfast. Now if you've been watching my channel, you'll have already seen that video. I'll put a link to it at the end for those that haven't. While I was there, I got some additional slices of bacon and some fantastic sourdough, white sourdough bread from the Bread Ahead bakery and some butter from the dairy, Neil's Yard Dairy, famous cheesemonger at Borough Market. Now, my first tip for making the best bacon sandwich in the world is the bacon. Now, I got the bacon yesterday from the Ginger Pig butchers, famous butchers at Borough Market. Now, different countries, believe it or not, have different types of, well, they don't necessarily have different types of bacon, but different cuts are more popular. So here in Britain, if you order bacon in a cafe, you'll get this type of bacon primarily, mainly, which is back bacon. See, it looks more like a chop, whereas in the States, it would more commonly be served streaky bacon. Now, people argue endlessly about which is the best, which is pretty pointless because they're slightly different. So that's my tip: use both. Don't worry about which is best. Use both. This one you're going to get you get a different texture. Here, this one, the back bacon, never gets quite as crispy unless, here's another top tip: if you want this as crispy as streaky bacon, microwave it. So yeah, we'll get a nice crispy streaky bacon, which is lined with the fat there, which gives it a slightly more intense flavour, and a slightly more subtle flavour, the sweetness of the back bacon, which will be slightly more tender when it's cooked. So I'm going to use a griddle pan. Let's put a knob of butter in the pan and get cooking. Okay, I'm going to put a knob of butter in this griddle pan, and I would say that will help us cook the bacon, but the bacon is pretty fatty itself and will cook just fine without it in the pan. However, the butter just makes everything taste better, so I'm going to melt the butter down. The butter will mix with the fat that renders out of the bacon during cooking, and then once the bacon's cooked, I'm then going to toast, well I say toast, I'm then going to fry the slices of bread for our sandwich in the pan, and the bread will soak up the butter and fat. It will taste amazing and it will give it a sheen that only butter can give, which will make the bread look amazing. Okay, don't try this at home, kids. Use utensils unless you've got Teflon fingers to move things around in a pan. I'm going to fry the bacon off, a few minutes on each side. Now you can tell we've got good quality bacon here, because if I tried this time lapse with cheap bacon, it would shrivel up to a fraction of the size we started with. So yeah, a few minutes on one side, flip, and then I'll do a few minutes on the other side, and then we can slice up some bread and get that in the pan. The smell of this bacon cooking is incredible. As you can see, the shrinkage is quite minor. Good quality bacon, quite thickly sliced. If this was cheap packaged bacon, we'd have a fraction of what we'd started with by now. We'll get the beautiful contrasting textures of the super crispy streaky bacon with the slightly tender back bacon. I'm going to make 2 sandwiches, so 4 slices of this sourdough, and then rather than toasting it in a toaster under the grill, I'm going to put it in the pan so it can suck up all of the remaining butter and juices from the bacon. Okay, I'm just going to move the bacon to one side, make room for the bread, and then toast the bread until it's golden brown on both sides in what's left of the butter and the juice from the bacon. Okay, they look amazing. Got the back bacon and the streaky bacon. Now, to top that off, the secret ingredient, the sauce made of secret ingredients, Liam Perrins Worcestershire sauce. If you're not from Britain, you've not tried this, it just makes everything taste better. Little dash of that. The best way I can describe it is kind of a mix, or imagine mixing, say, soy sauce and Asian fish sauce. That's about the closest thing I could imagine to replace it. It's a pretty unique taste. Heinz tomato ketchup, HP sauce. HP sauce, again, kind of a British classic, but probably not available all over the world. What would be the closest equivalent? Kind of like maybe barbecue would be a barbecue sauce, but slightly more fruity, less smoky. I'm going to have one of these sandwiches with a generous supply of HP, and one of them with Heinz tomato ketchup. Okay, beautiful. Let's put them on top. Now, shouldn't need any additional butter on this bread because the bread is soaked up, hopefully soaked up all of the juices from the bacon, some of the fat that's rendered out of the bacon, and the butter that it was cooking in. So there we go. Amazing bacon sandwiches for breakfast. Beautiful. Right, let's give them a whirl. Okay, breakfast is served. My bacon sandwiches. Toasted sourdough bread, back bacon, streaky bacon, both with a touch of Worcestershire sauce, one with tomato ketchup and the other one with HP sauce. I'm looking forward to these. Okay, let's have a cup of coffee to go with this. Easiest way to make fresh coffee at home is with one of these, cafetiere, called French press as well. They come with a little spoon. Yesterday at Borough Market I went to Monmouth Coffee and got some coffee beans. You just put, once you've ground the beans, or you can get the beans already ground, but it's best to grind them freshly. 1 heaped teaspoon of that per cup. Then it's just a matter of adding water. Just boil some water in the kettle there. There we go. And to make the coffee, lid on, the filter's in there, and you just press. That will stop the coffee grounds coming into your cup and should help infuse the water with the coffee. Once it's got all the way down to the bottom, ready to drink. Let's push it as hard as I can. Done. Okay. Fresh cup of coffee. Delicious. Okay, let's try these bacon sandwiches. Each one toasted sourdough bread that's been toasted in the fat and butter that the bacon was cooking in. Each sandwich has a slice of back bacon and a slice of streaky bacon. One's tomato ketchup, one with fruity HP sauce. So let's tuck in. That's incredible. You've got the mix of textures, so the sucking of back bacon and then the more crispy streaky bacon, and the sweetness of the back bacon, and then the smokiness and the crunch of the streaky. So yeah, that's my top tip. Delicious bread as well. Soaked up a lot of the cooking fat. So yeah, my top tip, use both back bacon and streaky bacon. You'll get the perfect sandwiches. Try the HP version. That's incredible. You could even combine the two sauces in one sandwich. A bit surprised with every bite. Okay, I'm going to tuck into these. They're amazing. Enjoy my coffee. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. So until next time, toodles.